So I'll give you a very interesting data. As per organizations like the WHO, the CDC, most of the senior population, that is the senior citizen population across the globe, suffers fatal injuries because of falls, mainly accidental falls. So having a good balance and coordination is very crucial if you want to prevent your chances of these falls in the first place. Hey guys, a very warm welcome back to a brand new video of ours. जिस वीडियो में आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे about the third part of the series, how you can reverse your age. So first दो पार्ट्स में आप देखे थे कि स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग और एरोबिक ट्रेनिंग में मसल एंड बोन और कार्डियो रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम का ओवरऑल बेनिफिट्स क्या होता है एंड हाउ दैट कैन डायरेक्टली अफेक्ट योर क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ विच इन टर्न वुड हेल्प यू लोअर डाउन योर बायोलॉजिकल एज. सो इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट द रिमेनिंग पार्ट्स दैट आर देयर इन द फिटनेस कंटेनर दैट आर वेरी क्रूशियल इन इम्प्रूविंग योर क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ एंड दस हेल्प यू रिवर्स योर एज. सो आज का जो फर्स्ट टॉपिक होगा दैट इज मोबिलिटी एंड फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. सो नाउ द इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट इज हर एक इंडिविजुअल के लिए मोबिलिटी का डेफिनेशन अलग होता है बिकॉज वॉट इज नेसेसरी फॉर मी इन ऑर्डर टू लिव अ हेल्दी लाइफ माइट नॉट बी नेसेसरी यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ हैविंग एन एक्टिव रेंज ऑफ मोशन. सो दैट हैज टू बी सब्जेक्टेड फॉर. So if you take my professional advice, having a decent range of motion or mobility is never going to hurt someone. Rather, it's going to always help them to achieve a lot of different movement and tasks which to other people might be very difficult or might lead to any sort of injuries.
Oh my God!
So the interesting part is this very definition of mobility is not the same for you and I. What might be important for me in terms of movement potential might not be necessary for you. So that is why mobility is very subjective and ये जो joints का range of motion का requirement होता है that is also very subjective depending on situation to situation and individual to individual. However, having a good range of motion has never hurt someone. So professionally speaking, maintaining a decent range of motion in very important joints is equally important in order to lead a good quality of life. Let us take a very small example to understand this better. So case in point, आप अपना घर जाके just observe your maid doing her work in the natural environment, or rather you observe people in rural India who are used to having or sitting on the Indian toilet. For those people, having a very good range of motion in their hips and ankles becomes absolute necessary for leading a decent quality of life. Otherwise, day-to-day activities might be hampered. But in case of you and I, we have a western toilet in our home. We do not have to squat down and wipe the floors of our house. So for us, that mobility might not be necessary.
बच गया साला.
But even though it's not necessary, lot of recreational activities or sporting activities might require it, which now and then we want to be a part of. So hence, having a decent mobility across all important joints is very important to lead a good quality life in terms of both doing day-to-day activities and in terms of participating in sporting events or recreational activities that is sure to give us some rush of dopamine. So now the question comes, how can you improve this mobility of yours? So what I suggest is keep it very simple and focus on the primary joints that are mainly responsible for majority of the movements in your body. Case in point, your shoulder joint, your hip joint, your knee joint, your ankle joints. So as you can see on the screen, doing these few mobility drills and taking out 10 to 15 minutes of your workout time each and every day will definitely help you gain an incredible amount of range of motion in all these joints. So now that you understand the importance of mobility, you can very well put 10 to 15 minutes of your workout time into actively developing your mobility, which in turn will also have a very positive effect in your strength training as well as in your cardiovascular training, because it will open a whole new doors to variety of exercises that you thought you couldn't perform before, which in turn is going to make your fitness journey very enjoyable. So now, having understood the benefits of mobility, we move on to the last but not the least component of fitness that is very important for you to lead a good quality of life, which happens to be balance and coordination. So I'll give you a very interesting data. As per organizations like the WHO, the CDC, most of the senior population, that is the senior citizen population across the globe, suffers fatal injuries because of falls, mainly accidental falls. So having a good balance and coordination is very crucial if you want to prevent your chances of these falls in the first place. So no matter whether you're in the bathroom, you're out there trekking, you're out there enjoying some sports activity, having a good control and balance over your body will definitely help you reduce your incidence of risk when it comes to falls by helping you prevent it in the first place. So now the next question comes that how can you achieve a good balance and coordination? So my advice to you would be, whenever you are doing strength training, make sure there is some kind of unilateral movement incorporated in your workouts. What do we mean by unilateral? So unilateral का मतलब होता है जब भी आप कोई single limb use करके कोई workout करते हो. Case in point, it can be a single arm dumbbell row, it can be a supported single leg squat, it can be a single leg extension, anything that separates two hemispheres of the body. That can be termed as unilateral exercises. This has shown to give a great amount of benefit when it comes to improving your imbalances across the body, as well as helping you build coordination with time. So इस component का एक और जो part है balance, that can also be achieved in a very similar fashion. However, the choice of exercises can be a bit different, as you can see a few of the options on the screen. But nonetheless, again, incorporating all these into your workouts and planning your workouts accordingly will definitely help you approach fitness in a much more holistic way, and thus literally giving you the elixir of life, which will in turn help you reduce your biological age. So I really hope this video gave you an insight as to the importance of mobility and balance and coordination and how you can incorporate that in your fitness routine. And if it did, and if the entire series helped you add some value to your fitness journey, do share it with your friends and family and let them in on this newfound knowledge. Having said that, guys, this is your coach Promit Shome signing off for the week. See you all again next week with another cool video. Now answering the main question of this video, that how often, if at all, should you hit failure to enhance your muscle gains as well as your strength? The answer is not so simple, because we have to look at failure at different stages. So simply put, the tempo stage and the form stage is something that you can push yourself to more often than the absolute failure stage.